Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
First and 10, Love. They'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Love. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On 3rd down, Love. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And his kick here is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Wilson. They'll find Lindsey here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
6-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson escaping the pressure right, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And to the three. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Following the interception, Love. It's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs. Nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. On 3rd down, Love. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
2 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Throw left side complete. It's Lindsay.
Wilson's
not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
That play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. get some extra yardage. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now it's Lindsey. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
And the Seahawks first down.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Screen pass to Lindsey. That catch good for only a couple. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. They go play action with Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3.
Seahawks 3.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Pulls it in at the 13. Lane opens here. He's past the 30.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Love now to pass on first down. Steps away, and the ball comes out. Love lost it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Working out of the gun. Love. Flush to his right. He fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally, and you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Love back to it here after the pick six. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Olivier Vernon brings him down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Second down, a run with Lindsey. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson. Being chased out left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And his kick is good. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Their own 23-yard line.
This is our time. Our time. Let's show them how to play.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hand.
For the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Let's go. Come on.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. This time Wilson will throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Wilson now on 3rd down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught. inside the 30. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
It's a screen pass. That's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. He's throwing at the 5. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Love. Well, the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Love from the gun. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he's out of bounds. Able to take this one up to the 35. And they have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
35-yard line.
To the air again. Love. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Love. He sets to fire deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Quadre Diggs. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. After the interception, here's Wilson. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good, way wide to the left. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd and 9, Wilson looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. I imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, Philip Dorsett holds it in. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards.
And the Seahawks first down.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
This time he'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. And his His kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And then he completes it to Callaway. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Now a throw here to his running back. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
Going back to Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And the Seahawks have recovered. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
On 1st down, Lindsey. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Run blitz then defensively is something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Kenny Clark gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown.
Touchdown.
DK Metcalf, 27 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Makes the score Seahawks 30, Bulldogs 9. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if there, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second.
Love now on 2nd down.
26-yard line.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Quandre Diggs. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
At the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Wilson going for Metcalf. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown.
Good.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It certainly has not been the outing that they envisioned on their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they have been pushed around, and now their back's against the wall. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 27-yard line. A gain of 4.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
From the gun, Love. That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And Callaway taking it in left side. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. On 1st and 10, Love. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd down, Love once more. And it's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
2nd and 8.
Again, it's Love.
26-yard line.
This is caught. Well, they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jamal Adams. All they can do is receptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Play action. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the counter, Lindsey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll run here with Lindsey. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there. So maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
They go play action now. Wilson rolling to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Well, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
You've got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Following the interception, Love. And it's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for T.J. Logan. It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Love looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Logan. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
3rd and 3.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun. Love. From right side here, complete. And now we'll get a timeout here. We're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. One last shot now for Love. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And that will write a finish to this ball game. The Seahawks, they are moving on as we say so long, everybody. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.